Well, welcome back to the biggest morning show. Yes, indeed, it's a Friday. How is your weekend looking like? You might as well just share with us right here on MX24. The show is the AM Club. My name is Kojo Dasabra. Now, let's get into Lifestyle Daily. But before that, at Equity Health Insurance, the well-being of our members takes precedence. We recognize the unique health care needs of individuals and families, which is why we are delighted to present our Ebusua Health Plan. Now, this health plan is crafted to promote the enduring health and happiness of you and your loved ones. Our plans are meticulously tailored to offer comprehensive and competitive health insurance coverage for individuals, families, and smaller groups. Access to quality care is just a phone call away, offering continual assurance of your family's welfare. Contact us on 0546 645 465 or 0503 860 381. Hashtag here for you. Now, are you passionate about interior design but don't know where to start? Or maybe you are an aspiring designer looking to elevate your skills? Look no further. Introducing Design Lab by Salom Dreammaker, powered by Acento Projects Limited. Our comprehensive training and coaching courses are designed to solve the biggest challenges faced by both budding interior designers and construction teams. From mastering the latest design trends to understanding client needs and project management, we've got you covered. Whether you are a complete beginner or looking to refine your skills, or our courses offer something for everyone. Learn from industry experts, gain hands-on experience, and join a community of like-minded creatives. Register to reserve a slot for our January sessions and transform your passion into a thriving career. Our students have gone on to create stunning spaces and successful businesses. Ready to take the next step? Well, contact us today on 020-888-2722 or visit our office at East Legon, Adringano. Design Lab, where your design dreams comes to life. Now, shopping just got easier, better, and smarter. A to Z Department Store, your trusted go-to shopping destination in Ghana, is now live online. Yes, experience the same trusted in-store excellence from the comfort of your home. From fashion to lifestyle essentials, we've redefined shopping to suit your lifestyle. Simply visit www.onlinestore.a2zgroup.com. Browse, click, and enjoy seamless shopping anytime, anywhere. A to Z Department Store, where style meets convenience. Shop now. Lifestyle is definitely redefined. Now, today's discussion is on the essential tips for choosing the right partner. How do you get to know that this person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, or probably see whether we could even end up getting married, is the right person for you? Now, joining us for the conversation, he is not new to the show. He happens to be the counselor and alternative dispute resolution practitioner, CEO, the Marriage Consort Limited, in the person of, I'll call him Honorable. Honorable Frank Edem Adofoli. Or we should leave the Honorable title out.
Just maintain Counselor Adofoli, that's all.
Please welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Happy New Year.
Many happy returns. We pray for better things this year.
The very first time we're meeting in the month of January, and of course for the New Year for that matter.
Yes, please.
And so, speaking about that, I think for starters, maybe people who have already joined in and they're already in a relationship, maybe or maybe not, this might not even matter to them, because sometimes when somebody is in love, when you are speaking to the person, or maybe the person is being seeing signs, it's difficult for the person to break out unless something really happens before, they decide that, okay, this person is not the right person for me. But before we get into that, let's just say somebody is about to get into a relationship, okay, or let's say they are even about to get married, because relationship is different from marriage. What are some of the qualities someone should be able to, inculcate to be able to know that this person, we are going to be compatible, so therefore we can get into the relationship or probably even get married in the first place?
All right. I believe strongly that marriage doesn't come from us human beings, come from God. And so if I take even the scripture, Genesis 2, verse 18, God says it's not good for a man to be alone. It will create you a suitable helpmate or a compatible friend, whatever you call it. It's talking about basically getting somebody who you are compatible with,
Yeah.
who you love to share your life with,
Yeah.
who you love to support each other,
Yeah.
honor each other. That's what we are looking for.
Okay.
So wherever you are, you have your own values. Either in terms of belief, religion, family, principle, whatever you grow up from, you all have certain values you
Yeah.
grow up with. What are those values? Can you get somebody who aligns with that value? That's the first place. Somebody says, oh, I'm a Christian. Why do you want to get somebody who is not a Christian? And then, because I love the person. That's love, but there's going to be a conflict. Can we align our values? Can we
Yeah.
understand our values? So the value system is something matters to me. So look at your values, your belief, even your family. Some people say, oh, my family doesn't like you, so we have to break up. And that comes with a lot of pains, hurt, because we have not assessed this value. So
Yeah.
align your value with that of your partner, whoever you are with or you want to get married to. Do we have something in common? Can we work together as a couple?
Okay.
It comes back to sharing too. We want to share our life. Whoever you've met, before you can know we can share our life, it comes with our own communication. When I'm talking to you, you're not listening to me. How do you even know my needs? What works for me? How do you understand me? What do you know what I want? So it comes with our communication. So get somebody who is willing to listen to you. Most of the relationship, people don't listen to each other. So that's why we have a lot of argument, a lot of defensive going on, as if the MPP and NDC happen in most
Yeah.
relationships. So if somebody will listen to understand, you know your needs, and you also do the same thing, we are on a good path. Then when it comes to even conflict, we could understand what is wrong with your partner, how we can even go about that. Respect is very important.
Okay.
We all have our own opinions, our own views. But sometimes people make their partner feel like what you are saying is trash. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm more important in a relationship than
Yeah.
you. In fact, I'm doing you a favor. It speaks of lack of respect. So let's respect each other. We can have our own disagreement, but I'll respect your view, also respect
Yeah.
my view. Trust is the heart of everything. For two people to travel, even thieves, they need to trust each other. So do we have what it takes to trust? Are we honest? Are we sincere? Are we open to each other? Do we hide things from each other? Today, people are fighting about the common mobile phone. Don't touch my phone. It's my
Yeah.
privacy and so and so. And the core part is we don't trust each other. So trust works. So I'll ask you to also look at the trust. When you go beyond friendship, are you attracted to the person? Sometimes somebody say, well, I want a tall person. I want a short person. It can be the physical. Are you attracted to the person? If you're not attracted to the person, we need to look at it. And then we come to the emotional connection, what we share, the friendship, what we share. Others will say, oh, chemistry doesn't matter. Chemistry matters a lot. But when you meet someone, when you have some activities you can do together, you enjoy doing together,
Yeah.
you realize you have a lot of chemistry, you vibe.
Yeah.
That's why somebody will be married and they have nothing to talk about. You meet a secretary or a friend outside and they vibe, they can talk the whole day. And the person say, what is it about that person
Yeah.
that we cannot do it here and you do it with the other person? And we can't be on my phone, I'm also on my phone, and we are just watching TV. We don't see anything. It's only in the night zone, that says or whatever it is. We need to have something that we share as a couple and what we can also do as an individual. I'm talking about personal growth. In fact, healthy marriage or healthy relationship is about what we do together and what we do separately as an individual. I'm not going to be in a house always. You're also not going to be in a house always. You have your work, I have my work. If you're going to be in a house and you are thinking about me, that I'm lonely, where are you? When I'm working and you are calling, disturbing, it will be a big deal. But if you have something doing, whilst I'm away and enjoying doing that, whatever you are pursuing, and I come back, we have some time to share. We have a healthier lifestyle. We have a good relationship. How we resolve conflict also matters. Because no relationship will come without a conflict. And we cannot dodge conflicts. We can't even shave it away, but resolving it matters. Some people don't know how to resolve conflict. And everywhere they go, they think people are the issue. Yet they have a lot of issues.
Yeah.
So we want to look at how you can resolve conflict. And maybe last, what I could add to it is the family dynamics. See, we all come from various families.
Yes.
And the families provide that kind of nurturing environment. They grew up, help us to become who we are today. So when I look at your family, the friends, there are certain traits I could see them in you because you grew up with them.
Yeah.
So whatever you are getting involved with, watch the family and friends that hang around. Because some of these traits you might see in the person along the line. If there are some concern, let's talk about it. Again, family acceptance, friendship, friends acceptance also matters. If you are going to get married to somebody and the family won't accept you, you won't feel at home.
Yeah.
So you look at those acceptance.
Yeah.
So this whole thing of getting somebody to marry is not a big deal, but it takes time. Sometimes we rush the process.
Yeah.
And when we are dating, we minor in the major and the major in the minor. What we're supposed to ask, we don't ask. What we're supposed to look for, we don't look for. And we are just following the feelings that, oh, I'm so much in love. And you ask yourself, why do some marriage make it? Other marriages do not make it. But they start with that place of love, or we are in love. By the end of the day, they are not going to make it. They come back to paying attention to some of these things we're talking about. And they are very important.
Okay. Counselor, before I get into whatever or follow-ups on whatever you've spoken about, which is very, very important, there's been the rise, even on this show, where we've gotten health practitioners coming in and they've spoken especially about the compatibility health-wise in terms of genotypes. You get it? So now what you're saying is that even way before you are trying to get into a relationship, instead of asking certain questions, the first question you should ask is, what is your genotype? You get it? As in whether you are AA, you are if we are compatible on that. You didn't touch on that, so I want us to quickly get into that first. Is we've moved from the old ways of, you know, dating and courting and everything, and we've realized that these days people would even get married and then at the end of the day they are giving birth to a sickle cell patient and it's not the right thing. Is this something we should look at critically as far as compatibility these days, or is just something that, you know, we should be mindful of? Is it a priority?
It's a priority, compatibility in terms of health, and that's even in terms of the roles and responsibility, and then maybe finances. We need to look at these things, because these things create a lot of troubles in marriage. If I met you and you're even talking about, I know my genotype, blood group, is not enough. If we can actually go to the hospital together and try this, it's not I want to reject you or I'm finding a way to say I don't like you. But the question is, can we work together? Can we have a healthier family together? That's what we are looking out for. So if we can take the initiative and go for this checkup, don't even wait for us to fall in love, so much in love, that we are downplaying some of these things. Or we are just using faith that, oh, my belief, I think I can overcome all things. And then when we get to this challenging time, we are not able to overcome it. It's important that we look into this. And to some of the singers, they don't have this habit of even going to the hospital. We've started a new year. Get to the hospital, go for medical checkup, know what you are putting inside your body, where you are, what you react. You'll be even surprised, the medical doctors will tell you that certain blood group and some food doesn't even argue well. So the health aspect is very important. And then when it comes to the rules and responsibility, depending on where you are coming from, some people will say, oh, it is the man who takes care of the home. So when it comes to giving daily bread or money for the housekeeping, is a man's responsibility. Other people also believe in 50-50. Let's share responsibility. Where are you? Have we had a conversation on that? And we have a good understanding. Maybe with your belief is because of where you grew up. Your parent, maybe you came from a single parent who was doing everything. So you believe that when I get into a relationship, because my dad was the one doing everything, the man should do it. Or in our home, mom and dad was contributing 50-50. So in our marriage, we should be 50-50. We still need to explore that and know what works for us. When I was even at backstage, you start talking about keys and stuff like that. It comes with the same responsibility. People seem to enjoy their relationship when there's not much work. Children come with a lot of responsibility. But if we can share, it won't be a burden on one person. So we share, the children are growing, and a time will come, they'll have that independence. They will be free to enjoy the relationship.
Yes.
Unfortunately, one person leave the responsibility for another person. So most of the women take care of the kids, and they are forming that bond.
Yeah.
So the husband comes home is like a stranger.
Yeah.
Hello, can you see me? I'm around. Nobody cares for me. And it becomes so boring. As time goes on, the children grow up, the wife is detached from the husband.
Yeah.
But they don't have that kind of chemistry. They don't do things together that vibe the marriage. So once the couples going to marriage, look at those things. Let's talk about responsibility. Even the children, when it comes in, what can we do? What are the expectations about dad and a mom in terms of how we can raise the kids, how much time we can have for ourselves in the marriage.
Okay.
Then our last one, that's what the finances.
Yeah.
Finances is important. We are all working. So that people meet you and say, look, I have enough money to share. So be at home and take care of the kids. People say that, especially even the men. The question is, even if I want to be at home and take care of kids, when the kids grow up, what do I have to do? Do I have something doing that giving that fulfillment? That I put these skills, things I've learned from school, into practice, and I'm happy with. Let's look at those things. Besides giving money at home or supporting our home, we have other projects we want to embark on.
Yeah.
What are those financial goals? Do I align with each other? Somebody wants a small house, small car. Others want a big house, big lifestyle. Others want to travel for vacations. Let's see if towards somebody is just thinking about if I get a bonus, I'll travel. If I don't get a bonus, nothing.
Yeah.
So we need to have a conversation on all these things. Just know how effectively we can run our home.
Okay. I want us to touch on the bit of you are coming from a past experience. You're coming, maybe you've dated somebody. It didn't go too well. You get it. Now you are going into another relationship. On that space, should that be a determiner in terms of you knowing whether this person that I'm going in with is the right person or not? Because a lot of people dwell on past experiences. So they don't want to commit the same mistakes again. They don't want to get into the same trouble again. What's your take on that?
So that people say men are men.
we get that a lot.
We are very different.
Yes.
So when you date a man or a woman, they have a name, they have identity.
Yeah.
If the relation didn't work out, the question is, what can I learn? What are the lessons I carry with me? Sometimes we think that because of my own expectation that I'm supposed to get married at certain dates or certain time, and my expectation that the first person I date, that person should be my husband or wife, it didn't happen, that they are so sad, and it creates a lot of trouble. So when the relationship comes to an end, ask yourself, what are the lessons? Have I moved on? Do I need some counseling or some therapy to process my emotions, put that relationship to an end, and then open myself out for a new relationship? There's a time for that old relationship and a new one. And that space is for yourself, for your personal development, to get yourself back. Because when you're in a relationship, sometimes you wake up in the morning, you want to hear from your spouse, your partner. You want to call, check up on them. Now, when you wake up, there's nobody in your life. You'll be missing people. Have you been able to get those emotions back, that I'm happy with who I am, I'm ready to share my life with someone else? As we bring S's into our new relationship, we bring old feelings to the new relationship. But when I'm done with that and I realize that I've learned certain lessons, those lessons become a core principle for me. If I'm being with someone and I realize these kind of behaviors are things I don't like, new relationship, we talk about those behavior. We have a clear understanding. If there's a deal breaker, we put that on the table. We clear that, and then we start a conversation. We won't go into the new relationship with fear that because my ex is like this, you also like this. Because you are showing certain traits, you are like my ex. No, those fears would have been taken care of. So I believe all relationships need to be handled very well before we get into the new relationship, as it will have impact on the new relationship.
Now let's talk about timing in finding the right partner. Is there a specific timing in knowing that this is the right time for me to get into a relationship? Or could it be that the right partner can come in at the wrong time?
Okay. They are good questions. Yes, right partner can come in the wrong time. Wrong time is when you are not prepared.
Ready. Okay.
You're not ready. You are not prepared. So when you are not prepared and then, you are not ready and you are dating someone, such relationship can take a lot of time and we make a lot of mistakes along the line. But when you are ready and you know that, look, this is a time I want to settle down, I want to be in a relationship, I will always tell you, if you want to date, no matter how strong your convictions are, your feelings are, a year is good. 1 year, 1 full year. Then within a year, we have different seasons. In Ghana, we have the rainy season, we have dry season.
Yeah.
How you behave in the rainy season is different from how you behave in the dry season. So get to know people within all the seasons.
Yeah.
Both the good, the bad, the dry, the wet, just to know who they are. It gives you good perspective. You might not know everything about a person, but it gives certain basics.
Yeah.
Since you should be aware. So you can have that self-awareness going into a healthier marriage. But if you are not ready, some people you meet as I'm ready. When would you like to get married? Maybe in the next 5 years. No, you're not ready. You're not ready. So I would like you to date yourself. Take yourself out. Have fun. Be happy with you.
Yeah.
And if you have even any friends along the line, that is fine. But as soon as you tell people that, look, I want to get married to you, some start counting the club, especially the women. Yes, counting the club. So even you say, I'm interested in you, they are expecting you that in the next 2 dates, you should propose. When you propose, the next day, you are expecting that you should come and see the family.
Yeah.
What is next? Don't put that pressure on you. If you are not ready, let the person know that, look, I'll be ready in the next 5 years or whatever. But I want us to have a good friendship. Along the line, we know what to do. If we can't be together, we can go separate ways. And then we are starting the relationship on a good note. So 1 year, I believe, is a good time to date or to study people before you make that decision.
We've heard about red flags where there are certain character traits when you get into a relationship, you realize that, no, this, I cannot take this. I cannot accept this. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. What's the role of red flags or noticing that in terms of choosing the right partner?
Okay. So before you even talk about red flags, start with you. Have a sober reflection as a human being. What makes you comfortable? What makes you healthier? What makes you uncomfortable or put your life in danger in that relationship? When you are aware about that, it gives you the opportunity to come up with certain boundaries that I don't like this place we can't go. Well, red flag is all about getting to know people and finding out certain things that you cannot tolerate, have a conversation about it. Whether we take care of it now or we let the relationship go. And then in terms of marriage, this thing always play at the end of the relationship. I'm talking about divorce. And it's even stated in our laws now. First one is what we call adultery. Most of the relationship people say that I don't trust you, you are not faithful, men are not faithful, women are not faithful. It comes with adultery. So if you are with somebody and you believe that our relationship is exclusively, you can't go outside, you can't teach. Let's lay that clear. So anytime I see any signs like that, this is a red flag. I can't take it. So I won't tolerate it. That's a deal breaker for us. Abuse is something that is a huge thing in marriage now. Marriage can come to an end because of abuse. So abuse is not just physical. Any form of emotional abuse in terms of manipulation. And now we're hearing all the gaslighting and also, so we're talking about manipulation, any kind of emotional source of abuse that people are using your emotions or doing things to hurt you emotionally. It's a clear sign that that relationship will suffer, or when we get into marriage, at the end of the day, you will divorce. When we come to dissertation, dissertation is as soon as we have conflict, we are disconnected. People, as soon as they are disconnected, they don't care about you. So we don't take care of each other. We ignore each other. So our needs are not met in the relationship. We see people who are married, they are in the same house, but they don't care about each other. And if that continues for a long time, you see that you are in a toxic environment. Because you are with somebody who you think the person is supposed to be your spouse, your support, your friend, but is not doing that with you, but they are doing with someone else. So you think that I don't belong. I'm in a space I don't belong. I don't feel like I'm supposed to be in that place. So when you see these things in your relationship, you have an issue, the person blocks you, he doesn't want to talk to you, you have to beg continuously, we are not making progress, and that cycle continues. It's a clear red flag that when we get into marriage, You're going to have a big day in a marriage. Last one is our differences. We're not able to resolve our differences. So that some people just say, look, let's forget about it. Let's start all over. But this pattern continue happening. Others will say, it's your fault. We blame each other. Others will just accommodate it. That if we continue later on, we know what to do, then we take it to marry. Resolving conflict, misunderstanding, whatever it is. If you don't find a healthier way of doing that and you are struggling with that in your relationship, it's a red flag. I'm calling all this red flag because at the end of the day, when you get into marriage, these are the same things that will take you out of the marriage.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to get into marriage, at the end of the day, you become a divorcee or you are hurt or whatever it is. Look at this from the beginning before you start the journey.
I want to combine this question into two. One would have to do with the spiritual aspect, because these days people are taking their spirituality very serious. Yeah. So they would say, okay, I'd have to have my prophet look into it, whether this person is right or not. Mm-hmm. You get it. And that's on the one side. Mm-hmm. On the other side is with the family background in mind, where tribalism has become something it's become rampant, that where families will say that, oh, no, you cannot marry from this side, you cannot marry from this side, this person is a Voltarian, you cannot marry the way or a Santini, your take on that aspect.
Okay. I'll start with the tribalism. I think I missed the first one, but you reminds me. See, all of us are human beings, we are all children of God. Maybe because of your experience with a certain tribe at a certain time or with a year or era, might think that a certain tribe are not good people to get into or have married with. Those concerns, those experiences, they are with you. So it means we have what we call expectation, image in your mind that even my child marriage, my siblings marriage, will end up the way my own end. Speak to them about your fear, your concern. So as you are dating your spouse, your partner, are you seeing those threads there, those red flag or whatever it is? Are you seeing them? If you are not seeing them, that's fine. You have a good place. But if you are seeing them, can we talk about it? Can we resolve it? Because when we talk about men's house, we say it in our local dialect, the black sheep or whatever it is. Every family, no family is perfect, but the good thing, family love each other. So even your family that you are going to start and the one you are coming from, they are not perfect. So whatever you are going to, you're not going to meet a perfect human being, but you want somebody you can work with as a couple. So I'll plead with you, tribes should not separate us. Our uniqueness is good, but our differences also makes us whole. We can even get attracted because of our differences. But when you meet somebody who is just like you, do everything like you, sometimes it's so boring. But when you meet someone who is different from you, it's made a relationship always new. You are doing something new. So I'll challenge you that go for other tribe. I'm here, I'm an Ewe by tribe. I'm married to a Gan by a tribe. And I love the relationship. And the things I see differently. And besides that, even the background, wherever you are coming from, if you are even coming from the same tribe, now if you take even the Ewe, they are Anglo, the Vedome, you take the Gan, the Akan. We have the Kwapim, the Ashanti. So even the clan, they are different people. So we've gone past some of these things and we are learning, we are getting educated. So we should not use the tribal card in a marriage. In terms of spirituality, spirit is important. But see, that's what I spoke about, the belief, that your belief aligns with others' belief. So if you believe in a prophet, that a prophet hears from God, the prophet is a seer, is able to see the minds of God. That is true, that's fine. If the prophet see that you are heading towards a relationship which is not good, what is the prophet saying? Most of our times, sometimes our prophets say one thing, do another thing. So whatever the prophet says to you, God will speak one, but you confirms it. Pray about it as a Christian. Look for those signs before you conclude. Don't just throw. Some prophets could not obviously see where what they are seeing and what they are interpreting is far different. But know God for yourself. It's very key. Know God for yourself and pray about it. But at the end of the day, there's not going to be a marriage in heaven. At the end of the day, the way God created us, we can always get married to anybody at all. But if our values can align with each other and work with each other, we can overcome a lot of things. But so if you have a concern about spiritual background or other things that you think you cannot let go, or you cannot make the relationship work, let your partner know and respect each other. And when the relationship comes to an end, don't go and speak ill about them and their family elsewhere. People are not able to respect people's privacy and things like that, which is not a right way to go.
Okay. Well, Counselor, this has been very enlightful, and we are grateful for coming through to let us know about how to get into the space of choosing the right partner and everything that comes in between that. How do we connect with you?
All right, my office on the Spinters Road, the Marriage Consult Limited. I'm going to counseling, relationship, marriage, etc., and also alternative dispute resolution, mainly mediation. So whether you want to get to the courts and go on a litigation, there are other ways of resolving issues, saving relationships, saving costs, especially those into business, family, property, and so on and so forth. My contact, my phone number is 0201 435300. I take it again, 0201 435300. You could call or WhatsApp that line. On social media, Facebook is Frank Edem Adofoli. Other network is Counselor Adofoli.
Thank you very much, Counselor, for coming through, and we do know that we would have you again for another subsequent, discussion on this. Well, for those who are out there and who did enjoy this, I hope you've taken in some tips, and you are well versed before you get the wrong person. But somebody will say that the wrong person would definitely be the right person. That's up to you. Is that possible? Well, we'll definitely find out on subsequent interviews that we'll definitely have right here on the show. Well, it's a wrap for Lifestyle Daily. Now, time for us to get into the plug. We'll be right back.